Hey there YouTube, TrickerAndy here again, and I'm going to do this video on something that I know is going to get either a lot of dislikes or a lot of bigoted idiots commenting their utter crap down here somewhere. This video, as I mentioned in my press, yes, that's a combination of previous and past there. This video is about gay marriage, and anyone who knows me will know that I thoroughly and wholeheartedly do support gay marriage. I don't see any reason whatsoever why gay marriage should not be legal. Sorry, this is going to go mad for a second. Removing things from my wrists. My Avast virus database has been updated. But yeah. To start off, I'm just going to say a little bit about some stuff and go into some other crap. I'm just going to, obviously, as I always do, I'm going to define some crap going by internet-based stuff. Same-sex marriage, also known as gay marriage, is marriage between two persons of the same biological sex or gender identity. Yeah. I'm living in England at the moment. I probably will for the rest of my life. And currently in England, gay marriage is not legal. For what reasons, I don't know at all, because I just literally see no reason why gay marriage shouldn't be legal. Because gay marriage is a union between two people. It's nothing. It's not some fucking religious ceremony for people to go on about some crap like that. It's nothing to do with religion at all, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I thoroughly intend to get married at some point in my life, and I have absolutely no intention to do that in a religious environment. I know a lot of people who have got married outside of religious environment. I know a lot of people who have got married in a religious environment. Yeah, sure, I'm not taking anything away from that, but I just don't see what the big deal is. I understand to an extent why specific religions, especially the Abrahamic religions, have issues with gay marriage, because obviously it's deemed as a sin by some fucking words on a bit of paper. Just a retarded reason not to go with it. But so yeah, I mean, to an extent, yes, I can understand that, but I don't understand why, just because a book says it's not right, why that should condemn every single person in the entire world not to be able to marry the person that they love. Because as far as I'm concerned, marriage is a joining between two people who love each other and want to be together. Now, if anybody else thinks that marriage is some other mystical, magical crap, then that's completely your opinion, and I'm not going to try and take that away from you, but hell, you're wrong. Marriage is a union between two people that love each other. That is simple. It's as simple as that. That is what marriage is. I don't care what anyone else says. It's just what else could I possibly say to get my opinion across? Yeah, in the UK right now we have the civil union or civil partnership. I'm going to call it a scheme, because that's all it seems to be in my mind. We have this little scheme set forth by the government which allows gay people the right to have. I think it gives you pretty much all the rights that you would normally get from a marriage, bar maybe a couple of things. But I've not done much research into it because I think it's stupid. But yeah, the civil union thing. People, if you're gay, you can have a civil union. I think that's stupid, because what if someone sometimes there's a label of being married. It's quite a nice thing. You can say, oh yes, this person is my legal spouse, my legal wife by marriage. That's quite a nice thing to say for some people. You can, and then you'll have the people saying, oh well, you can say that with a civil union, but it's not the same thing. It's going to change arms. This is probably going to be quite a long video. Yeah, of course you can say it with a civil union, but it's not technically the same thing, and that annoys me in a way, because as far as I can see, it's literally just religion that's holding back people's ability to get married. Because I mean, sociologically, there's no big deal. I mean, if, for instance, I wanted to marry Dave who lives down the street, I don't know if I have someone called that. This person is completely hypothetical. If I want to marry Dave who lived down the street, why should I not be able to just because some fucking book tells me I can't? That's just ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. But I don't want this to turn out to be some sort of crazed attack on religion. Through and through, it's the government that's not going with it, because I know they've said they're gonna look at it again and they're gonna go through all this stuff and oh yes, we'll reconsider the concept of gay marriage, but I don't think that it should even be like a passing thought in their mind that they should allow this, because I as a person should have the exact same rights as every other person around me. This whole gay rights thing, I think the term gay rights is insulting to most gay people, not from the fact that they're using the term gay, but purely because it shouldn't be gay rights, it should be human rights. They're human beings the same as the rest of us. So anyone from this sort of the LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or any middle grey ground between them, whatever you want, they should have the exact same rights as, Steve the builder, who's as straight as they come. And I don't see why they don't have the same rights. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's not going to take anything away from opposite sex marriage or traditional, I fucking hate that term, marriage. Because it's not like if you're straight, you're suddenly going to end up being forced into marrying another guy. That's just ridiculous. People saying, if they legalise gay marriage, it's going to take away from traditional marriage. That's possibly the stupidest argument I've actually heard, because it's not going to take. If anything, it's going to add to it, because it'll mean that gay guys, straight people, lesbians, whatever, they're all going to be the same. Everyone, and they're all going to be able to get treated the same sociologically, societally. I don't know, but society will officially deem them as the same, and that is, well, as far as I'm concerned, again, I'm saying that a lot in this video. Yeah, but yeah, surely everyone being treated exactly the same is what people have been fighting for since the dawn of time. I mean, I know going back centuries, white people were oppressing black people, and then black people fought for their rights, they got their rights. And it's just kind of transcended through all of that. Obviously then, women fighting to get equal rights and eventually to get their own rights. So historically, going from what we've seen in the past, gay people are going to end up getting their rights to be exactly the same and all this stuff. But at the moment they don't, and that annoys the living hell out of me. Because I just don't understand why wanting to have sex with a man for the rest of your life should be such a big deal. But yeah, that's one thing. And I'm just going to go into a couple of arguments that I've heard against gay marriage. I'm just going to take 1 second just to mention the Westboro Baptist Church. This is purely for my friend Chris, who I should hope is watching. So it's about just before 9 minutes. I'm going to let him know to watch this. The Westboro Baptist Church, they're the equivalent of fucking Al Qaeda when it comes to Christianity. They just have these ridiculous concepts and belief systems that I think are they're just disgusting. And they are very much against gay people. They think that gay people are the scourge of the universe. And if someone from the Westboro Baptist Church is watching this, please comment, because I would love to rip the shit out of you in this fucking comment box, because you are a moron, as far as I'm concerned. And as far as the rest of the world is concerned, you're about 70 people out of, 70 million people that live in the little area that you live in, and out of the several billion people in the world, you think that you're 70 are right? You're an idiot. Wow, that was the angriest thing I'm ever going to say about a group of people. yeah, these people are just morons. But yeah, they're all like, oh, you know, the fags and the fag enablers are going to be the downturn of all of humanity, and if we allow them to do what they do, then they're all going to bring God's wrath up. Oh, fuck off. Just stop with your incessant drivel, you idiots. That was very posh. Right. Yeah, so the arguments against gay marriage that I've heard recently, it isn't traditional, and it goes against traditional marital stuff. What? How could that possibly have anything to do with gay marriage? That's just ridiculous. It wouldn't be traditional. In my country, in England, it was once traditional to chase down small animals, kill them, and then rub their blood onto your face as like a thing. Obviously, talking about fox hunting and other types of hunting in general. That is now illegal. Yay. I'm quite happy about that. But I can't think of many people who would want to do that anymore. Even modern day fox hunters, I can't imagine they would want to rub the blood of the fox onto their face, onto their body. That was once tradition. It was also once traditional, I suppose, to kill people because they were deemed to be witches. They weren't burned, actually. The majority of the time they were drowned, actually. The burning thing was mainly in France, I think. Don't hold me to that. But yeah, that's another thing that I think is stupid. You know, traditions change. It's as simple as that. If you go to a different country, one tradition will be different from a different tradition. So that's just dumb. What's the other? The main one I come across when it comes to arguing against gay marriage is that the purpose of marriage is for two people to join and procreate, effectively. The purpose of marriage is to have kids, therefore gay people shouldn't be allowed to get married because they can't biologically have kids, which again is stupid, because I know plenty of people, I'm not going to mention their names because it's not really right to tell you who they are over the internet without them really consenting, but these people they've got married, whether it was in a religious ceremony or a civil ceremony, they've got married and they haven't had kids. I mean, they might not, some of them have been together, I think one of the couples have been together for a year, and they've not even considered it. But there's another couple, they've been together for about 12 years, and they don't even want to have kids at all. Dylan and Cole, who is quite a big name on YouTube, I don't know how long he's been with his wife, but he, in one of his most recent videos, has mentioned the fact that he doesn't want to have kids at this time, and his wife have both agreed to that. So what are these people? Should these people not allowed to be married then? By that argument, if they want to get married but they don't want to have kids, should they just not allowed to be married?